Hello Taurus, Elsie here to drop a reading for you on a Sunday. How the heck are you, my bull gang? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. If you're brand new, thank you for clicking here. I hope you will stay. Once you see this high vibe and tribe in these comments here, I know you're going to want to stay. They're really kind people. These are really kind folks, so I hope you will stay. And for those of you who click here all the time, y'all, you know, I don't have to say, right? I so appreciate you. All right. Here we go, Taurus. Let's find out what's going on. Tell me about Taurus. I'm not going to date or time this reading, as I don't when I come back and do them during the week. All right. Be here when you need it, whenever you find it. We've got the vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted. Interesting. I've got card number 63, which breaks down to a 9, which is interesting because, you know, Virgo is all about details, very good with money. I love my Virgo rising friends. They're so good with numbers and you know, talking to me about business and, oh, but you didn't think about this. Like, I just love that energy. And so nothing is wasted. Like with my Virgo friends, I'm constantly like, you know, just in their face, like, I just want to talk to you, just you. You know, nothing is wasted. No time is wasted, it feels. Yeah, with Virgo, I feel like it's you know, about going over details and kind of diving deep and really looking at things for what they are, so nothing is wasted. All right. What else do we have here, please? We have wonders. Wonders of what? It's the only card, whenever I get it, I always put down a second one. Wonders. It's kind of vast, right? Let's narrow it down. What are the wonders? Ooh, wonders and power. I like it. Someone wonders about power. Okay, I'll go one more. Let's do it. Someone wonders about power of freedom. Okay. Nothing is wasted. So what I want to say here, now that we have this energy, what I want to say here is that it feels like somebody here feels like they wasted time. That was a waste of time. I'm just here to tell you, please, if you hear nothing else today, that there is no such thing as wasting time. Every single thing you've done has brought you to here. And this is where you're supposed to be. None of it was a waste of time. Not the failed relationships. I don't care how many you've had. I've had quite a few myself. And none of them were wasted. I learned something in every one of those relationships. So it's a reminder that nothing is wasted. And I feel like you try to look over it really hard, like you go over and over it, trying to see, like, why did that happen? Why did it happen that way? And that's you. That's awareness. So bravo to you. That's you being aware that you are the person that perpetuates the cycle. It's never really about somebody doing it to you. You call it in, and then you treat it as such. You're manifesting all the time. All the time. All right. Okay. Let's take one of these. Taurus. Growth. Universe wanted you to know you had growth. You've grown very much from a position of back there, wherever that was for you. It feels as though you have done a lot of thinking and gone over a lot of what has happened to you in the past. And I feel like you're not supposed to say, gosh, I'm not where I want to be. What you should be saying is, you know, look how I've come up to here. The growth says I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Well, you do. So we have wonders, power, and freedom. It gives you the power of freedom that you have all of these ways to look at the self. You wonder all the time, and not only about other things, but other people and other subjects, but you're also wondering now about the self. And that's the awareness, not pointing at everyone else and saying, you did this to me, but looking within the self with wonder and saying, I wonder what I did to contribute to that situation. And that, my friend, is the growth. Wow. That is a huge growth. And you're right, it is freedom. It is a power. To be able to look over the self is a power. It's a superpower because not everybody can do it. There are so many people walking around in life pointing the finger at you Blaming it on you, blaming it on them, blaming it on everything except the actions that they took. Yeah. All right. Nothing is wasted because it's all about growth anyway, truth. Okay, so it looks like somebody here is expanding consciousness and awareness, and so nothing is wasted here. So we've got the Hanged Man, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Chariot. That's a whole lot of energy right there. The Hanged Man and the Knight of Pentacles. That's a long time in the Hanged Man energy. Yeah, Taurus. It's a long time in the Hanged Man energy. You could be dealing with someone who has Pisces. Maybe you have Pisces in the chart, but it feels as though somebody here is looking on the past. I've got the Vulture looking into the past, and is looking at the past as though it was a waste of time. Oh, why did I waste my time with that person? And I just want to say to you, be careful, because everything that did happen transpired for a reason, and it all taught you all of the lessons that you need to move to here. But I feel as though you've been in this energy for a long while, looking back there. And, it's an essential part of our lives to be able to look over at ourselves. But it's taken a long time for you to look at it, because you're a Taurus, right? You're a fixed sign, and it takes us a long time to learn the lesson, but we learn the lesson nonetheless. So we have Five of Swords and we have the Chariot, and it feels like after this growth now, it feels like it says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. And so I think that somebody here has realized that they're really quick to cut with their words. They're really quick to have a rebuttal, or to always have to say something back. I feel like the consciousness and the awareness, the growth here, comes in now that you are, I think I said this in another reading just last part of the week or early part of the week, that you're responding now, Taurus, rather than reacting. Because I think that's where the growth is here. So the Chariot moves really quick, right? Fast freaking moving energy, fastest in the deck, in fact. And then we have the Five of Swords, and that's never good energy to be side by side, right? That's usually arguments and right fighting and sharp words and tension. And so it feels like the growth has come from a place of, you used to be quick to snap back, or to get right into the fight. And I feel like the growth is that you're no longer doing that. Judgment is in the reverse. Eight of Cups. I feel like the Judgment in the reverse and the Eight of Cups tells me that misjudged you and I walked away. Somebody misjudged you and walked away from you, or you from them. But I feel like it took a very long time to do that. That's the thing that you've got on loop in your head, I think. Thinking about the last relationship. Maybe I misjudged a situation. Judgment's in the reverse. Maybe it wasn't supposed to come back together, right? Because judgment in the upright is all about the resurrection, right? It's all about something that you thought was dead is back to life, breathing life back into it, because the universe says so. But the Judgment card in the reverse is kind of, for me as a reader, is kind of the opposite of that. It's like nothing is going anywhere. This isn't coming together. It wasn't meant to come back together. So if you're the one who can't get that person out of your mind on a loop, I just want you to know that that's your message today. It was supposed to go that way. And even though you can't get this person off your mind, and yes, they probably misjudged you, but it was the right thing to do to walk away if you're the one that did. Or just take it as a rejection protection thing if they walked away from you. Tell me more about growth. Okay, so wow, right. There you are. So somebody here has really been paying attention to their spiritual growth, and it's been on rapid ascension. It feels like you're a person who has been really doing your meditation. I feel like you've been doing it for a while, but you have finally gotten to a deep enough point that you are now the Hierophant, is what I want to say, that you've got the keys, you're learning more things, you're listening. Now you move through life, traditionally move through life now just using your gut. You're not necessarily looking to people around you to make a decision about what you're going to do. The growth has come from healing, the Four of Swords. So you've been healing a lot, closing cycles, I believe, putting down swords, right? That's the 9 swords here. And that's the place where you can put down the swords and just wait for the end of the cycle, although painful. But it feels like there was a lot of pain in your growth, a lot of pain. And it feels like you went through rapid ascension after ascension after ascension, Taurus. Yeah. And it feels like this is what you have now. It feels like this is, if you don't have this yet and you're the person, you know what? There's so much going on this month, y'all. I am not your astrologer, but please look there's so many wonderful astrologers on the platform. And just know that there's so much going on astrologically, which I could never begin to have the knowledge to be able to repeat to you, but please go find somebody who can explain to you what's been going on, because it feels like this energy. It feels like somebody goes through a really heavy-duty growth process here and takes themselves into a state of wonder where they're in the flow. This is what it looks like. That's what it looks like to me to be in the flow. It's like healing, amethyst. It's purple. It's third eye. It's like I have awareness now, and I'm floating in the healing energy of myself, or of the universe, and me being in a co-creation situation. And this wonder that you feel now after this growth, I feel like the wonder is the way life is now. It's almost as if the old life never existed. I feel like you found the power in your freedom. So you might be someone who's decided that, you know what, I'm good. I just want to stay single. I want to focus on me. I have power here when I do that, when I focus on me. I also think that you are someone who's either ahead of themselves, or you might be someone that they call an old soul. I might be connecting with someone who's very young in chronological years. I say very young because I'm 55. So when I say very young, I mean 18, 19, 20, like mid-20s. It feels like you are an old soul. And people might say to you that you seem older than you are in chronological years. I feel like you're the person who's gone through all of the rapid ascensions. And it's been really terrible to do that. But now I think you see everything from a place of power. The freedom is what I was looking at. I feel like it's you. You're ahead of everybody else. All the other birds are in the background, right? I feel like you're ahead because of the purple, because your third eye's been cranked open here. All right. So tell me about this power, freedom, and wonder. Knight of Wands, Five of Wands, the Three of Swords. Just listening. So I feel like I'm connecting with someone who has had a fairly recent breakup. I want to say that you could be a fire sign just because of the energy that I've pulled here. So Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, but I also do have Pisces and Cancer energy here. Taurus, of course, you're here. Cancer. And Virgo and Pisces here. So Taurus, I feel like you're someone who might have had a recent breakup with somebody, but I feel as though it doesn't really feel like a breakup. It feels like you were in indecision about a connection that you were in the very recent past. I think probably in the last month or a couple of weeks, you were in indecision about this connection because it didn't give you any stability. Knight of Wands. And then the Five of Wands came. You started sort of battling with yourself. Is this what I really want? I don't think this is what I really want. And I want to tell you that the reason you were having these feelings, so it could be like a month ago or 2 months ago, you met this person and you thought they're the greatest thing since sliced bread, but now you're having these feelings of, or are having these feelings of, why isn't the passion enough? Like the Knight of Wands is the one who comes in for the passion first. And I think that at the beginning, it's really beautiful and exciting, but and I think it still is, but I feel like the Five of Wands is sort of lending energy to my power is more than this. My power is more than that. Having somebody just kind of show up whenever they want to and give instability in my life. I feel like what you want is victory and to move ahead. And I think that's what you do here because the Three of Swords appears. There's either heartbreaking situation, it's the power energy here with the Three of Swords tells me you take your power back. And although it hurt you and it hurt them, I feel like you go back to the crossroads. But I don't think you expected that you were going to do it. But understand, I think that this freedom of power or freedom is really what you were feeling. It was like it was time to do that. It was the next step in your ascension. Seven of Moons, the King of Wands, and the King of Moons. Okay, well now, it's a little bit different here. We've got kings, right? Rather than dealing with the knights. So we have the Seven of Cups. This is the Wandering Moon Tarot, so moons are cups. We have the King of Wands, and we have the King of Moons, who's the King of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. I feel as though you make the decision to, I don't know if it's a mutual decision or not. It feels like a decision that you make to take back your power and decide that this isn't what you want in this past whatever it was. I don't think it lasted very long. I want to say maybe it lasted 6 weeks or 9 weeks or maybe a couple months or something, 3 months or something like that. But we have the King of Wands and the King of Cups here, and then the Nine of Wands. So I think what you didn't see was that there is going to be some type of decision you're going to have to make. What you did here, Taurus, is you cleared energy. You didn't even realize you were doing it, but by ending this thing, you took back your power and you cleared the energy. And what is the energy bringing you but the Seven of Cups, the King of Wands, and the King of Cups? So this could be one person. The King of Cups and the King of Wands could be one person, right? Because we know that there's pre-emperor energy. But if you're making a decision between two people, somebody who's a fire sign and somebody who is a water sign, it feels like that's what's coming up next, is that you cleared this energy and there might be two kings coming in. So whether feminine or masculine, one is a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and the other one is Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And it feels like it's a little bit scary. It's scary energy because you didn't expect this. You didn't expect for this taking back of your power to call in someone else, because I think right here you were done. I'm just going to say on the swords and the wands here, I think you were done with this love stuff, right? And it feels like whoever comes in, look at that, this person's tempering love. They know how to temper the Empress. Wow. Interesting. So you could be dealing with Sag, but what I want to say is temperance is here and it always makes things well and balanced and muted and softer. I feel like there is somebody coming in here, whether it's the King of Wands or the King of Cups, feminine or masculine, and you do have to make a choice. There's the Two of Cups. You have to pick between two. And somebody, one of them, I think it's the one who is the softest and the kindest to you, is the one you're supposed to pick. Yeah. It's whomever is tempering the Empress. Whoever is doing whatever they have to do to make it okay for you. Somebody is going to give to you rather than you always giving to someone else, because that's who you are as the Empress. You're always taking care of everyone and everything else. So I feel like, I feel like you cleared your own energy here to bring in your manifestation. That's what I think is going down. Ace of Pentacles, there it is, going to change your life. And the Ace of Swords, we're going to have a conversation because it's time to end this cycle. 9 of Swords and the Ace of Swords is 10. So we've ended the cycle and now we can begin again with the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Stars. Well, Taurus, I like it. I like it. Who are we talking about? There's a lot of players here. Taurus, you show up here. You show up as Taurus and Libra here. We've got the Moon, which is Pisces and Cancer. We've got Sagittarius energy. Virgo energy is here as well. Cancer. Pretty much covers them all, I think. All right. These could be details about you or details about them. I really feel like, Taurus, something's coming here. And it's the person who makes you feel, the one who wants to pour into you first, I think is the person that is going to be the one. They're going to make you feel balanced, whoever they are. It says here, if you're seeing twos, if you've been seeing them a lot, and I don't just mean on the clock, I don't just mean on electronics, I'm talking like, weird places, car tags, maybe you saw somebody spray paint it on the ground, I don't know, something like that. I feel like it's in odd places that the universe is telling you that some important decisions are coming up, right? Twos are always decisions, and we have the Two of Cups here with Temperance and the Empress. So you're going to be asked to make a decision based on how you feel about these two people here. We've got changes and harmony. One of these folks could be closed off, one of the kings. Or you may be feeling closed off from a Leo. If you've been seeing sixes, it is encouragement, that giving you divine nudges, and don't stress. It says part of the process, just let go of control. This person could have lighter skin. They could be your younger feminine, or you could be the younger feminine. There's a major attraction regardless. Could be light eyes. This person likes to stay home. One of you could have dark eyes, one of you could have light eyes, and somebody here is tall in stature. So that could mean either they have a personality that fills up the room, even though they're 5'6", or this is somebody who is, quite tall, right? 6 feet or up. Quick changes. So there's some changes coming here, yeah, and it could very much be with an Aries. We are dealing with an Empress, so it could be these two kings, as I said, could be pre-emperor energy. This person is a seeker of material things, so they may be someone who has earth in the chart, or they could be in the financial sector. It is about material things, which are pentacles, so yeah, it feels like things in the 3D, so maybe that's giving you more energy. Warm as the sun, it could be a Leo. Some of you are closed off from a Leo. Could be back here, could be whatever was back there was a Leo. But somebody is coming in that is as warm in the sun as the sun. It says, now is not the time for soul recognition. Interesting. So you may be pushing this person away because you don't think there's anything special about them. Be careful. Careful about that thing. Allow people to come and go in your life as they will. Yep. Stop making those hard decisions. Let the universe make them for you. I'm going to go for now, Taurus. I love you guys. I'm out. Bye-bye.